So I'm just going live today, just chilling, kicking back, and I'm doing some tapping on the blockchain. This is what I've been doing for the last few years. A new blockchain that just went live October 7th. Tap to earn, costs nothing, free. Just doing things that lead to bright futures always. So anyway, feel free to drop a message. I just wanted to go online today and just see if I can catch anybody. And you haven't seen me online much in the last couple months. Just a lot of family illnesses and then holidays and struggles that I think a lot of you might also be having. But I'm just going to be here. If you guys want to talk, just a simple chat, leave a message and I will respond. And I'll just be tapping away. Maybe I'll show you what I'm doing here. So in 2 minutes at 9 o'clock, I will start again. See if you guys can see that. Then I just tap on some of these images and earn some crypto. Here in the Philippines, my kids are all at school. If you don't know who I am, I'm George. This month, tomorrow actually, January 10th will be 16 years anniversary since I've resided in the Philippines. And I'm married to a Filipina we've been together for 15 of my 16 years here. And we have 4 children, all born here in the Philippines. And you won't catch me talking crap about the Philippines. I know it's very popular right now to look at the negativities and talk about those things, and they're real. Some of those things are real for sure. Bad things can happen to you here. And you can just blame other people, or you can wipe yourself up and get back up. You can stay in the Philippines once something bad happens, or you can return to your country of origin. But in your country of origin, don't bad things happen to you sometimes? So for me, it's what I've looked at it myself. I'm not going to talk about you because I don't know your situation. But it's all about mindset. When I first came here in January of 2010, I wouldn't say I had the best mindset. I came here to fight in MMA, to finish off my career. Kind of old. When I first came here, I think 44 years old. Or about to be 44 years old in March. I came in January. And after having an illustrious career in jiu-jitsu, some stand-up fights, but never professional. Then when I came to the Philippines, I was blessed enough to be able to finish off my career and fight some professional fights and go through some ups and downs, losing most of my wealth here at the beginning, and then rebuilding my life. I decided to stay and kind of fight, follow the rules, and more look at myself. I was the cause of the problems, my mindset, how I was thinking. And it took a good fall for me to kind of wake up, even at the age that time, around 45 years old, get back up, dust myself off, and work on my own self. I realized I don't need a relationship with anybody else. I can be alone and be fine because you're never really alone. And I just looked at the words I was saying, the thoughts I had in my mind and the words I'd speak. I was really kind of a victim mentality. And then I changed all that by changing the words I spoke. And when I changed the words I spoke, it changed kind of my whole mindset. And I focused on the spiritual. And then I let go of things. I kind of surrendered and let go of everything. And then that's when amazing things happened here in the Philippines. And the impossible happened. What other people would say is impossible happened here. And we'll just leave it at that. So now, with a very stable life, with 4 children, ranging in age now from 6 years old all the way up to almost 17. In a few months, my eldest daughter will be 17. And having a very stable, wonderful, abundant life with my wife. We've been able to build businesses together and have a few properties here, just a stable things that when you're with someone that supports you and is not trying to scam you and believes in you, and someone where you can work hard together for the same goals, same kind of belief systems, even though you're from 2 totally different worlds, which is a challenge in itself, just the thinking process of Filipinos and the thinking process of Americans, I'd say, or just me, myself as a foreigner. That's what people would call me. That's a challenge in itself, but it takes 2 people to kind of lose their egos, to humble themselves, to understand you don't always have to be right. And the other person has a viewpoint. And not just that, listen to the other person's viewpoint. And then look at your situation, listen to what they're saying, and think what's best for everyone involved. Kind of a collective viewpoint from the family. And then skillfully making decisions. And if I looked at myself from when I first came here to the person I am now, I wouldn't recognize that person. And that person that first came here, if they looked at me now, they would say, "Who are you? You're another person." So then I don't know everything. I'm not a teacher by any means. I can't give you any information on how to live your life, but I just can speak from my own life here, living in the Philippines as a married father with 4 children, part of an extended family also. And I can just talk about that, maybe compare and contrast to America, but I'm not going to say anything bad about America, even though there's a lot of bad things going on there. At least that's how I see it. Because I'm grateful to be born in America and how America used to be when I was a kid. Way back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s is wonderful. After that, in the early 2000s, I left. So anyway, I'm here tapping. If you want to say anything, drop me a message in the chat. We'll put your this is kind of a long message. So I just dropped that there. I think you guys can see it. It just says, drop me a message in the chat. Tell me where you're from and what you're doing today. And it looks like just one person's watching. I don't know if that's just my wife. I know YouTube won't put me out there like they used to. No excuses. I'm here. If you want to talk, I'm just going to probably be doing live streams again. Do my best to be here. Maybe 2-3 times a week. Maybe every day if I have time. And I'm just going to be doing what I do every day, like I said, tapping away here. So let me just show you what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to wait 3 more minutes. I like to start, they're called epochs. And you start every 5 minutes. And then you're supposed to have at least 70 taps. That's what get counted. So you can go slow. You don't have to go fast. And then you go to the next one. I like to do like 3 at a time. And then I have a lot of these knuckle tokens, just about 400,000. And I'm thinking they will be worth a lot at some time in the near future. We just went live October 7th. I've been with this, as I said, I think a couple years, but I think I've been here because I found them in 2023, and then it went to testnet, and I was there on testnet helping with everything, and then we just went live. I was just helping with everything as a community member, and then we went live on October 7th of this year. So it's new, and I've been on many blockchains, and I've been on a few in testnet, and then when they went live, and it did very well. So that's what I'm doing here. This is a very good blockchain. So, and if you want to know more about it, it's just free to tap. And let me just share my screen and I'll show you. Let me make sure you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. Let me stop showing the messages on screen so you guys can see it better. And there we go. And this is it. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Let me know if you want to do this. It's free. And if you want to do it, I have a code you can use. You'll get a 50,000 extra boost. And it's free, you guys. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to do anything. It's not a scam. And it's up to you if you just want to do some tapping. Especially the Filipinos like to do this. And if you like free money, there's no worth right now. It's worth zero. It's worth zero right now. There's no guarantees. But for me, in my experience, when I find these things that I do, I do this stuff for a while. I hold them and I make money because I was early. That's very helpful. So it's up to you. Anyway, it's fun for me to do this. And like I said, it's free to do. So it's the fastest blockchain possible, which is true. So it's faster than any blockchain that ever can be built. And it's the security. It has a trifecta, which none of the other blockchains have, which is speed, security, and what's the other one? Let's look up trifecta. Okay, so I'm going to share this tab. In crypto trifecta, and I'm sharing this in the Philippines because this is just helpful stuff in the Philippines, you guys. It usually refers to either the blockchain trilemma balancing, there it is, decentralization, security, and scalability. Now, the only one that has this right now is Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not scalable at all. It's just people say it's value. It's like valuable because it's the first one, it's the first mover, and now it's in the world, and it's kind of decentralized, but it's not, because now all the big banks and the big investors, the institutions, even the president, and many countries own Bitcoin, so they can corner the market. They can buy it freely, and then it's like they can just drop the price. Many businesses own it also, and they pay. They buy Bitcoin, and then they do things to transfer it so that they can pay people for like their stocks. Like there's some American companies, very big companies that do this. And so I don't really trust Bitcoin anymore. It was good for a long time, but it's just people can play at the price too much, and then they just lie to you. I don't really consider it decentralized anymore. There's not really any decentralized blockchain. They were the only one that was built on decentralization was Bitcoin. All the other ones, they promise that they'll be decentralized at some later time, but they have big entities controlling them. Whereas Acki Nacki from the beginning was decentralized. No one got the tokens. The only way you can get the token is by mining on a phone. And you have to mine. You have to build up, they call it a mama board. You have to build up your power basically so you can tap to get more tokens. And everybody has to do that. No big institution can corner the market. The team can't corner the market. They have to do the same things as the community. Tap, 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 tap. So that's why I'm in this, because it's the only one. So it has an actual trifecta. It's scalable, very fast. No, and actually, I don't believe there's anything that can ever be built that will be faster than this blockchain. And then it has a scalability because it's so fast. It's decentralized. It launched being decentralized. And then it has a security. No one can steal with the security they have. So if you just want to learn about it, you can join us in the chat. You can just let me know. And it's free, like I said. No one's getting anything off your back. Just if you join, I get a little bit of a bonus and we both get 50,000. That's it. And it's just points. It's basically power to power up your mama board. That's what they call it. So you can earn more from your taps. So that's it. This is for real. That's why I'm in it. And then I only share things with the community. I've never shared crypto here before. The only thing I've ever talked about is this maybe a month ago, or maybe at some time when I was just in it helping. I mean, I might have just mentioned it in passing. I don't like scammers that scam people. And this is the only one that I'm doing currently. I own other crypto, but well, actually, I don't own other crypto. We'll just leave it like that. I'm just doing this one, and it has no value at this time. Okay, because it launched live and it's not tradable at this time. And what the team is doing now is they're building a DEX. So it will be tradable, but they're not going to give it to the exchanges so that they can just buy a bunch of tokens and then just drop it and just kill the project like most other projects. They are building a DEX that it's up to us. There's no going to be the big players in there are going to be all the community are the big players. Okay. So that's it. I've kind of talked too much on this one, but that's what a trifecta is. And there it is. And if you decide you want to mine this for free, you can download the wallet. You can use this from the Play. It's actually in the Google Play Store, or it's in the iOS. But the iOS is through Test Flight. So it's pretty cool because pretty much at the beginning, you can already download it through these stores, which is very amazing. It makes it easier. And then you can download the wallet, and then just so you have it on the live stream. Oh, we have some messages. Cool. I'll get to the messages in a minute, but I think Therese might be someone that's already has this, because I saw someone kind of with her name almost as friends. But I think I only have one person doing, but I have a bunch of friends in here. But it looks like I have one active miner now. But I had like 24 people in here, but only since the testing I had 24 people in here, but only one active miner besides me has gone forward with this. And I think it's a good time because it's live, so there's still tokens to be made here. So if you decide you want to download it, I'll just give you my there it is in the chat. That's my code. And if you use that code, you get 50,000 bonus. I think I get something, maybe I get 50,000, or maybe I get 10,000. And then if you tap and you actually do it, then I might get another 20,000, something like that. But you're getting 50,000 bonus towards your mama board, so you can tap for larger amounts. There's also secrets to tapping, so you don't have to tap so hard and you could get more tokens. So if you decide to join and you're able to download the wallet and you join the communities, if you have an issue, you can ask in the community or you can ask me. I can help you if you have any issues. But if you get there and you actually start tapping, let me know that you're doing it, and then I'll maybe we can just in these live streams for now on going forward or something. We can do it every once in a while, and then just talk. If you have problems, we could talk in here, and then I'll share the secret just with my community, because in the main chat there's around 150,000 people in that chat, in their main chat. They have Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, they have everything. But in the main chat on Telegram, they we're not allowed to share the secret. Like people that have figured out the secret. But here in my chat, I will share it with the community members so you can make more knuckle. That's the name of the token. Okay, let me go to the chat before I start tapping again. And let me stop sharing, actually. There we are. And the only reason I'm sharing this, because I can't really make anything from you doing it, is because when I find good things over the years that I've been doing over the years, and I know it's good, then I will share it to people, especially for the people in the Philippines, because I like the free things where you can extract something later. But otherwise, I'm not going to share bullshit stuff. So that's why I'm sharing this, okay? So I say, drop me a message in chat, tell me where you're from or what you're doing. And then the one below, just talking about that one. Okay, so let's go to the messages here. Let's show the show. All right, Therese, good morning. Oh, glad to see you back on. Thanks, Therese. I did like a little podcast yesterday, just talking about like property here in the Philippines, my personal experiences. So thank you so much, Therese, and good morning to you. I'm glad to be back, and I will just probably be doing live streams, and I'm going to talk about that. Why I'm going to be just doing live streams is because I can share things I'm doing, like with this Acki Nacki blockchain, what I just kind of shared. If you're here now and you didn't see what I was talking about, just go back when this is not live and just watch, and you can see what I was talking about. And also just to chill and hang out, because what I learned is YouTube, they have some terrible changes. I'm just going to be honest about it. The changes they've made in the last year to 6 months. I mean, 2 years, it's been kind of not so good, but a lot of us that have been here, we were able to get on pretty much every video, like 50,000 views to over 200,000 views, pretty much on every video, just doing things we're doing here in the Philippines. And then they changed it over the years, and especially over the last few months, where they're not putting our content out. They're not letting people know. Even I don't even know if people got a message that we're live. They're only, when I look at my main homepage, they're sharing junk, AI junk shorts, because that's where YouTube's making their money, I'm sure. And then they're just sharing maybe one long format, and then they share a couple live streams. So I decided I'm just going to go live stream, and they probably won't share this, but at least for the people like Therese, David, Leanne, a few other people that come in here, at least we can be here and help each other, lift each other up, just stay in contact during good and bad times like we did during the typhoons. And then I can just share what I'm doing, and maybe you guys could share what you're doing if you want. But I'm doing things like that are very helpful that people can actually do better for their families if they want to do those kind of things, and they're few and far between. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm here not as an expert. I don't really know what I'm doing on the stream, you guys. So anyway, I'm just going to show what I'm doing, and I already showed the website. I already showed my code if you guys want to do it, and then you guys can just let me know every chat if you're having problems, like you couldn't download the wallet right on your Android or iOS. Um, you couldn't connect to Telegram or you couldn't connect your wallet. Just let me know if you're having issues, and I'll do my best to help you. But this is just for the community. This is not for like the people in Telegram community. I'm not talking about that. This is for our community. But I want you guys to join those communities too, so you can get help there too. But I just want to lift people up. Yes, I listened to your podcast yesterday, partially only. Yeah, it was too long. Me too. I will not sell my property. Yeah, Therese, you're Filipina, so you're probably like my wife, right? It has meaning. The things I talked about being passed on for generations, right? I mean, tell me why you're not selling. So I just wanted to share those things because I don't know. I never knew those things. I mean, I knew those things, but I didn't really think to talk about those things. But they're very important for Filipinos. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Not many people did. It's not really being pushed out there, and I'm not making it fantastic. I'm not doing my best to edit things. I'm not editing anymore. I'm not putting on these awesome thumbnails. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to get on here, get online, and it's up to the community if they want to be here, the people that are already subscribers, because I don't think YouTube's going to push me out anymore. I don't fit the type of content that they want to push out. But I don't care. Still be here. No victim here. Okay, so let me tap here. It's 9:25. I can start tapping. Bad internet connection. Okay, let me start tapping here. Mine. And the secret that I do is I'm able, instead of getting like 5 to 12, I have a big mama board though, since I've been here since the beginning. And I actually bought like cores. And to get extra, I did that. And also to get extra knuckle, I bought at the beginning. But you don't have to do that. I can show you how to just do everything for free. And you can get enough to build up your mama board. You can get enough tokens. So what I was saying is that when I tapped before, I was getting like very little amount, because it really doesn't matter how powerful your mama board is at this moment if you know the secret. And then what I do is I found a way to do it where I'll get anywhere from 100 to 200 every 5 minutes. Instead of getting like 5 to 12 or 20, I get way more now. Just following the secret and just chilling. I'm not going to tell you the secret, but I'll just show you how slow I'm tapping. You can tap anywhere on the screen. There, I want to get 8 every time. Oop, that's the secret. But I'm not. It does. I didn't tell you how many or to do in 5 minutes. You don't know that yet. But I'll just show you again, just on one, how I'm tapping. So it's very nice. You just pick a picture. You can do 3 times, and you just click on that popcorn thing, and then Tap anywhere on the screen, just like that. It's not crazy tapping. It used to be crazy tapping, but they changed it. You probably want to paste it better than I just did. And then it gets minted. You're done. You close it out. And you can see right here, it got minted where the 8 is. And then just go to another one. You can do 3 in there, and then you move on. So that's it. That's what I'm doing. Leave me messages, guys, about what you're doing today, where you are. And if you decide to download a wallet and do this for free, let me know, and I will be happy to give you my code so you get a 50,000 bonus. And I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know what time, maybe around the same time. After I bring my kids to school, I just come online and then tap away. And like I said, this blockchain went live October 7th of this year. But I've been doing this on testnet in different ways for over a year. And I've been with this since the beginning. And I think it's been close to 2 years. 2023 is when I saw the first video on YouTube, and then researched and then got involved with the testnet. And now we are live. But the tokens have no value yet. So if you're a patient person and you just want to tap, and by the way, if you haven't guessed, the founder of this was the co-founder of Tone blockchain, which is, I believe, top 30 blockchain. He just saw problems with the Tone blockchain. He saw problems with Bitcoin, saw problems with Ethereum, Solana. Solana's fast, but you still get a lot of scams on there. So he made this one, and I believe this blockchain is, you cannot scam on this. Someone cannot rip off your crypto, but you could do something stupid to lose your crypto. So it's up to you. It's decentralized. Okay, anybody leave a message who's with 3 people's watching. Leave me a message and tell me what you're doing. You either could tell me where you're from. If I already know you, I probably know where you're from. You could maybe just tell me what you're doing today. For me, I set time aside every day to do this. This used to be like a 17-hour thing a day. Then as things changed on the blockchain, this became an 8-hour a day. And now maybe I do it like 4 or 5 hours a day. And it's easy, just 8 taps. And so that's what I'm doing. And then later I'll go, I'll take David to the park. We're working on building his muscle up for football. He wants to build muscle, so we're in the park doing that. We're doing some exercises there, so I'll do that at night with him around 5 p.m. And I think I'm pretty much free now the rest of the day. Tell me what you're doing. And we can see, this is on the side, like you can see I'm sharing. So we can see when people leave a message, we all can see that. And I have a small channel, so we're not going to have a lot of people probably in here for now. So that's why I'm doing something else. And then let me know if you want to know things about the Philippines. If you're not from the Philippines, and you're thinking about traveling, one of my daughters is already home from school. It's baby rain. I can hear her downstairs. Starting next year or this year, but when she's done with this in March, she'll go to the same school as other kids and she'll be in there all day till like 4 or 5. I will. She goes to tutor, so I'll take her to tutor later around 2 p.m. I think she goes. So if you're watching, tell me anything, guys. Guys, girls, women, men. So I notice there's crazy things going on in America right now. It's just chaos, it looks like. I mean, at least that's what I see. It's probably some places aren't like that. But at least in the big cities, it looks like a lot of people are fighting against each other, fighting against the police, fighting against, I don't know, ICE agents that are coming in there. People are saying it's wrong, other people are saying it's right, then they're fighting each other. Then the media plays the game, splitting people against each other. And then some people I think are just not smart because they fight with each other. They take the bait and they just fight. Man, I'm glad to be in the Philippines. And I'm not saying I don't miss America. And when I was growing up, I loved America, but it's changed. I'm blessed because America gave me my start, but when I look back at my life, I don't know if that's the greatest thing. Maybe it is for you have a chance to be stable financially, but for your spiritual connection, your realizing what's inside of you, realizing there's a God, being able to lose your ego, being able to live a slower pace of life, being able to live with a partner for a lifetime, and to have children with one partner, not split up. I think those days are pretty much gone for most people. So I'm glad to be here in the Philippines. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, just ask me. Because I'm talking and doing something. The people that have been here since the beginning know what I'm doing. But if you just got here, you might not know what I'm doing. Looking down and doing something here. What else is going on? Well, Happy New Year, everyone. I guess for me, I don't really see it as a new year because the way I live my life, every day is an opportunity. Every day is in my spirit is every day is New Year's. And I don't think God sees 2025, 2026. I don't think God knows us by my name is George, by what your name is. He knows us by something much deeper. So for me, I kind of live my life in that way. 1 foot on earth, maybe one would say, and 1 foot in heaven. I don't have friends. I don't hang out with expats, other expats. I just hang out with my family, enjoy my life with my family, and that's my purpose and my focus, and it's wonderful. I don't have a lot of drama like that, just a lot of drama within the family, but not a lot of drama because someone did something, someone said something, an expat disagrees with me, I said something to hurt someone's feelings. Come on, man. Life's much, there's a lot more going on than our ego. Oh, Therese. Yes, every day is a special day. At the top, she just left that message there. Totally agree with you, Therese. Every day is what, Christmas? Every day is New Year. Every day is the 4th of July, if you celebrate that. Whatever religion one is, they have celebrations. The other thing I've been thinking about a lot is by seeing all the division, what's going on in other countries, my home country. One thing that really bothers me, I have to say honestly, and some people might hate me for it, but I don't care. It bothers me when someone holds a religious belief, and whatever that religious belief is, whatever it is, be it Christian, be it the Jewish religion, be it Muslim, be it Hindi, and all these other religions, right, that I haven't said. When you hold your religion so close to your heart that you will judge other people because they don't believe in what you believe in, and then you will take action against those people with your words and maybe even your fist or other weapons. I mean, you're an idiot. You're an idiot if you do that. Because we're all made in this from the same cloth. It doesn't matter what our skin color is. It doesn't matter what religion we believe in, even though people will fight you, even sometimes to the death, if you don't recite what they believe. Or they'll say you're not going to heaven if you don't believe what they believe. Many religions are guilty of that. But isn't religion to preach love and compassion? Anyway, I don't know what religion is. But I know what skillful compassion is. I know what love is. It's a feeling I feel and that other people feel. And it's good to be able to feel that and be grateful to be alive. And just when you see another human being, not to hate them because of what they choose to believe in. Even they disagree with you and they voice it. Why will you hate them? It's really stupid. You can just move on. They don't have to be in your life. You don't have to be in their life. But to attack people, to stand in the streets and fight people, because your ego is so massively huge that you think what you believe is the most important thing in the world, that's more important than another person's right to live and to breathe. So anyway, that I've just voiced that's kind of been in my mind. I just don't get it. We label each other like that and see division instead of looking at the things that unite us. That's all. Okay, so any other comments? Nothing yet. So I'll keep tapping away. Drop a comment, you guys, if you want to talk. Tell me what you're doing today. If you're not in the Philippines and maybe you have a question about traveling as a foreigner, maybe I can answer. Maybe. If you're a young person looking for a woman, please don't ask me because I have no clue about that kind of life. If you're an expat coming here just to have fun and go drinking, or looking for places to go in the Philippines that are super fun. For traveling, don't ask me. But if you want to know about living in the province life, being married to a Filipina with children, and what that life's about, or questions about that, I can sure talk about that. I could talk about that every day because maybe I know a little bit about that, but I'm not an expert. I'm just one person. And when I first came here, I was not successful. I fell. What do people call those kinds of people? Simps. Those are the other labels that expats use against each other, calling people simps, leading with their wallets, um, making mistakes, maybe trying to extract something physically from the Filipina, making mistakes like that. Yeah, when I first came here, maybe I was a little like that. I wanted to be married, but I was looking for someone, and maybe I was a simp because I didn't know myself at all, and I didn't know the rules in the Philippines. But I wouldn't call people like that a simp. I would call those people human beings that maybe don't know how to do things properly, and maybe they'll learn later, and maybe they'll lose things to find themselves, lose things to hit rock bottom. Maybe they'll end up going back to their country of origin, and hopefully they're able to go back there and not be homeless or something. I was close to that. I'm not holier than thou, and I don't mind admitting I make many mistakes. But I've been faithfully married to my wife. I've been here 16 years. I'm not looking for anything else. I'm blessed to have a wonderful family and lucky to have the 4 children that I have with my wife. Not owning them, but they're just children that we've had together. So I have a blessed life. I don't listen to what other people say when they call you names or tell you how to do things here because I know I will have my own totally different experience, and I will learn as I go and make the mistakes as I go. And maybe if I want to know something, I can look up a YouTube video and see what people are saying about maybe how not to get taken advantage of. There's a few videos like that. But when I came here, there was nothing like that. When I came here in January of 2010, there was no videos telling me how to live here, how to do things. I made all my mistakes and I got crushed. And then I rose up and I survived and thrived. Later, I thrived. So um, I don't really like to listen too much to what humans say because unless the human mind is like kind of enlightened mind, um, kind of a mind that knows that there's a God and knows that a part of God lives inside them, but God is greater than them. Maybe I would listen to someone like that, but I'm not going to listen to people that are lost. They don't know themselves, and they think that they run everything. I'm not going to listen to that. Oh, what did you make me, Mom? This is messed up right now, so I'll just take a break.
I think it's good because it's kind of dry.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Yeah, but I because wala ko ikuan, wala ko kuha.
What did you make it out of, though? What is that?
It's I know it's
I can tell this rolled
oats,
oats.
oats, of course.
Rolled oats?
Yes, and cocoa, but it's a native. Tablia akong gamit instead of cocoa powder because we don't have.
Okay. So okay, so I'll just show you what I'm going to be eating here.
It's kind of like hard.
Let me just bring the video here.
Ayaw lagi. No, please drink.
So my wife made me this. It looks like pancakes. It's rolled oats. It has a lot of protein. There's eggs in there. There's cocoa. I think we have cocoa or no, Mom? Okay. There's no cheese in this one though, right? Okay. Sometimes, but there's a lot of protein in this, and these are long-lasting carbs. The carbs that are in rolled oats are long-lasting. They don't like just spike up your insulin. I like to eat this kind of stuff. And the last few days I've been cooking for myself, but my wife is home today. She's had a lot of things she's had to do lately, so I just try to help her out by cooking for myself so she could have a break because sometimes I don't want her to get stressed out with this. What? Show on the camera so people can see. No, they can't. Wait, they can't see. There you go. So, that's real cocoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
it's like that. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I don't know if that's good then.
Let's see if it's good. Let me change the camera.
Because I added nasubraan of baking powder.
So you guys can see what I'm doing here. The best I can. Let me see how I can do this. Okay. Butter is really good. This is like real hard butter, real butter. Wholesome stuff.
If you want more food,
No, this is enough for me, Mom.
okay, I can make this later something.
Okay, so I'm going to eat this. Counter. Let's eat. Baby, counter. Just good. Mom, I need two big. You want to try a pancake? What's wrong with you?
I want the lollipop so I can drink water after.
You want a lollipop?
Yeah, so I can drink water after. But mommy took it away.
Maybe later. You know why? Because you have oboka. You're coughing.
Yeah, no, I will drink water after.
You'll drink water after? Okay, I'll ask mommy. Wait, just wait for mommy. Say hi. People's there. Look. Say hi to the people.
What's your mind, Ray?
She's sad because she wants her lollipop. She said she'll drink water after.
Kailangan ka ma-admit na sa drain because of your tonsillitis. Kailangan ka, anak.
Oh, tonsillitis, yeah.
Kailangan ka, anak. Then, okay, eat your candies. But if you don't like to go to the hospital, then
Remember, we went to the hospital, baby, just recently because you ate so much sugar and then you got sick. Remember, you already were sick and then we let you eat so much sugar.
Ay, ano ba? Basta na dito.
Mom, you should hide that then if you're not going to let her have it.
Wala man, wala may candies.
I saw it on the counter. She saw it on the counter.
Gihatag naman ako ni Acki Nacki.
It's on the counter there. That's why she saw it, Mom.
Okay.
Maybe you can remove it and then buy her. What are you going to buy her later?
Biscuits.
Oh, thank you for the too big.
Okay. Ayaw lang, just don't be maldita, Ray. Hindi ko kailangan maldita.
Yeah, my wife said don't be maldita because she can't get the lollipop. It's just she's been so sick and she missed so much school. Like maybe 2 months of school. And we went to the hospital when I was gone during that time. We were in the hospital with her because she was so sick. And now she's better. She's been better for like a month. But we were just careful because we're scared because she was eating so much sugar during that time. And then when the holidays have just been here, she's eating sugar again. So we don't, we let her eat the sugar, she's a kid, but sometimes we have to limit when she goes way overboard because we care that she's not back in the hospital. Kids will be kids. You got to let them enjoy the things that they want. But so we've been on here almost an hour, you guys. So I got too big so I can eat this. This is really good. It's chocolatey from the cocoa, and then it has rolled oats and eggs. It's really good. And then cinnamon. It's easy to make. So here in the Philippines, in the province, it's hard to get, or it might be challenging to get like foods that you might like as a foreigner. But for me, I like a lot of the Filipino foods. But the issue I have is I want to be around with my kids for a long time, and so I'm just kind of health conscious lately, and so I'm eating things that I don't. For like 33 years, I was a vegetarian. When I was like, I was doing Zen Buddhism, Japanese style Buddhism, and then I was just doing a lot of meditation retreats. It wasn't for the religion; it's just for the meditation and stuff. And at that time, but from when I was young until I was a little bit older, I was vegetarian. When I was young, when I was eating meat, I felt like I was eating. I used to tell my mom, it feels like I'm eating Uncle Chuck, one of my uncles. I used to say that as a kid. I feel like I'm eating a human. When I ate meat, I just didn't feel good. But when I got older, I started eating meat. It tastes good, and then now I just don't eat much meat at all. I mostly eat eggs and rolled oats now. A lot of cooking with rolled oats because that's like a long-term carbohydrate that doesn't spike up your insulin. So it tends to make you healthy. I don't really get checkups at the doctor, but the other day I went because like I think it was a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I went there because I was pretty sick. And my wife really wanted me to go. So I went there. She wanted me to get on antibiotics. So I got on antibiotics. And then when they took my blood pressure, checked my heart, I mean, my blood pressure was so nice and low, like so nice and low, something like 107 over like 70. And my heart rate was like 58. Like I'm just really, I'm healthy because of what I'm eating. And then um, I do some like little bit of exercising and then work. Now I'm going to work with my son to help him with his strength. He wants to get stronger for his football. So doing those things, I don't know, I'm just getting healthier. But to find those foods that I want to eat, it's not impossible here. You have Shopee, you have Lazada, but mostly my wife uses Shopee. And then we get Mom, what's the one thing I'm taking in the bag that you're selling actually at your, yeah. So like, yeah, I'm just talking. Yeah, you want to show that one? So I'm getting, I've been taking creatine because they say when you're over 50, it's just really good. But I remember I used to take that when I was in my 30s. And then when I was competing, I was taking creatine and I was like winning. I was doing really well and my body was strong. So I started taking that a couple months ago and, I feel strong. My body's gotten like more muscular. Even I'm 60, almost 61 years old, and I have more energy. So I'll just show you. My wife, I said more energy. She's, I was, So let me show you. My wife is selling this at her store, Gaisano. But this is what I'm taking. I'm not taking anything else. I'm taking the real creatine, and it's a monohydrate, not the scamming creatine. And this lasts me like a month or over a month because I just take one scoop a day, what is it, 5 grams per day, and it's really good. I love it. So I'm taking that, and now I took this, like I said, a long time ago, like more than 20 years ago. And then I was taking it for a long time. And I noticed it's on all the YouTube channels now that they're all talking about this. And I'm just like, I'm always ahead of the curve. Joke. But anyway, this is what the ingredients look like. And the servings per day are 5 grams at my age. Now, there's people that take more of this, so they want to build massive muscles. But I noticed I take 5 grams of this every day, and this lasts me over a month. And I mix it with coffee. It doesn't have any flavor, so you can mix it with your coffee or whatever drink you take, and then there's no bitterness or anything. And then I just take it once a day, 5 grams, and I've become more muscular. It's kind of weird, but they say it just helps everything. It crosses your brain. Creatine crosses your brain blood barrier, and it just helps with your thinking. The research says and all that, but I just feel better, and I notice I become more muscular. And I noticed when I became like in my mid 50s, I stopped being able to grow muscle for some reason, even though I eat a lot of protein. And then when I'm taking the creatine, I'm growing muscle again. And when I'm working out with David or doing even push-ups, I'm getting solid muscle. So I like it, and it makes me feel healthier. And that's important to me. I want to be around for my children. Like, as I said, my eldest is Chloe's almost what now, Mom? 17? Huh? Yeah, 17. And Zanea's almost 14. And then David just turned 10, and Baby Rain just turned 6. So I want to be around for them. So that's why I'm taking this stuff. Yeah. So I'm not going to use my fork and spoon. I don't care really. I don't have good manners, maybe. This is the pancake. I make these for myself in the morning and maybe the afternoon. My wife made this one. This one is different than what I've made. I asked her to make this one. I saw this is rolled oats, a couple eggs, and it made 3 of them actually, and then cocoa. And then you can put cinnamon if you want. You can put paprika if you want, and then salt. And then we use stevia for sweetener, and it's good, man. It tastes really good. And then I just have my water because when I eat these kind of pancake consistency things, I need water. Kaunta. Let's eat together. Kaunta. And if because there's not many people here at all, and I know YouTube doesn't put my stuff out. It's not like it used to be where we had thousands, even hundreds of thousands of views before. Now everyone's having issues with that. That's why I stopped pushing against the wind and running up the mountain against a massive wind while a boulder's rolling down the hill. I stepped aside, and then I'm just letting infinite intelligence make easy my way. So I'm doing live streams, and then that's pretty much maybe some those podcasts I'll do once in a while. And but I'll do live streams as much as possible, as much as I can. Therese asks, is there any negative side effects from your own experience taking that? Yeah, the negative effects would be if you have kidney issues, um, or liver issues, maybe, but for sure kidney. If you have problems with that, you probably don't want to take any of these powders because the side effects I noticed when you first start taking it, you should do a loading dose. Um, and it tells you on the bag how to do that. Um, so the loading phase is on the first 5 days. You mix 5 grams, so 1 scoop in 500 milliliters of water or your favorite beverage. It could be anything, Coke, if you like that. If you like unhealthy Cokes, Diet Cokes, or coffee or juice, and then you're doing it 4 times a day um, for the first 5 days. So what I noticed during that time, because you have to load it up in your body, and then after that you take it once a day, um, is you'll get some swelling from the because what is happening is the water is being pushed into your muscles, um, and then making them bigger when you are using it as resistance. So when you're doing a hard workout or something, or you're doing push-ups, or you're lifting heavy weight and you're doing resistance training, it's rebuilding those muscles very fast. Instead of having to wait like 2 to 4 days to rest, those same muscles, you can probably do it the next day because you don't have to rest anymore. So the side effects, to answer your questions, would be I felt like swelled. My face also was a little swelled. And then after a couple weeks, it all cleared up because my body was used to it. So that's for me, that was kind of negative. Like I noticed I had water swelling. Um, but I don't have any other side effects from that. For me, I don't notice any other side effects. And then the deep research, if you look at the deep research, even if you look at some of the famous doctors on YouTube talking about it, the ones that have spent 20 something years researching it, they'll tell you there's very minimal side effects, but many positive effects, especially to rebuild muscle, and especially when you get over 50, um, to not have muscle breakdown. So you'll still be able to build muscle as long as you're taking it, which is a major, because many people die because they fall. They're not able to use their joints and their muscles anymore because they've atrophied. And then when I worked as a nurse, even my relatives, 2 of my relatives had a fall when they got elderly because they lost, their muscles were atrophied just with age, and their joint movements. I noticed where this helps those, it just doesn't help. It keeps them strong. So that's why I take it. And so I can keep up with my kids. And it's not bad having muscles again. Even though I'm not trying to build muscles, it's just as I'm doing the exercise, I notice I have muscles on whatever I'm working on. So I don't have any side effects. I might tag this product if people want to help the channel, maybe so I can buy things that are not free to use when I make videos to make them better. Maybe people, if they want to try these supplements, I can tag those, and then that'll help the channel. And then you can just get it. Maybe doesn't cost you anything more or anything. But if you're going to buy it and try it, might as well benefit the channel. I mean, if you want to, just a thought. I might tag because they say we have to show the products, right? So I'm showing it. So I'm just thinking maybe I'll tag it. It's too late now, but I probably can do it after I'm done, or on other videos. Yeah, you're welcome, Therese. You're asking where where I bought it. When I was buying this at the beginning, it was super easy to buy at Shopee and it was super cheap. But now it became really popular. So you still can buy it on Shopee, but you have to really look around for the best price because they've jacked up the price because supply and demand. And for me, when I used to buy this in America, it was so cheap. But now everyone's buying it, so the price is starting to go up. Mom, how much did it cost? How much did this cost? The creatinine. The last when we first bought it, it was really cheap. But now, how much is it? It's up around. It's 350. So we were able to find it still pretty reasonable. 350. You have to look at the seller and just make sure it's the same packaging. Don't buy anything different than this because it's not real. This is the only real creatinine on the market in these packages. So don't buy another one because it will be fake. It'll be mixed with other shit, and then it might not even have that. You know, people they'll do that. That's what they're doing. So I know this is real. I know it works. So, and if you want to buy it, hey, I'll tag it. I'll tag it on this video later. Let me see if I can go on YouTube and tag it. But just buy it. But if you want to buy it and get like, so we get something too for the channel, you can. That's an option. You don't have to do it, of course. You could just buy it on Shopee. But it's on Shopee from YouTube too. Let me go to YouTube real quick and see if I can still tag this. But you don't have to. I'm just saying if you want to, you can just buy it on your own. Okay, content. Let me look in this. Because I can tag this, right? Products. Yeah, I can do it. Let me tag this right now. Creatinine mono high. Okay, let me see. Yep, they have it. Wow, that's amazing. And guess how much it is? $3.99. So let me save this. That is so awesome. It's the exact bag I showed you. So I'm going to save it into. Okay, so it's in the Why She Won't Sell video. I tagged it in that one. So refresh your screen on that one if you want to go to that video. But let me see if I could put it in my live video too. It looks like I can put it here too. I just saved it, so let's see if it save products. Yep, it's got it here. Okay, I just saved it. So okay, so it's there. So let me know if you refresh your screen. Let me know if you refresh your screen if you see it. on the last video I just made, the podcast one, and then this live video. If you refresh maybe the screen, maybe you can see it. Let me know if it shows up, because that's awesome. Let me get back to, okay. So there, I answered your question. I bought it at Shopee, and now you can go in. I tagged it in this video and on the last video. If you can't see it in this video, maybe go to the last video. And it's this, you'll see this product. And it helps the channel. And it says that we get, it's 300 and something pesos, and we get 21.7% from YouTube. That's what it says, just to be transparent. I just tagged it. And what I do is I put it in my coffee. I drank my coffee this morning, but sometimes I don't take it to the afternoon. And it has no taste. So it's easy to mix in the coffee. So I just showed you, Therese, right? I'm just putting your comment up for other people that will see later. This is tagged in this video and in my last video. And you would buy it through, when you click on it, I believe it goes to Shopee. And it's 330 something pesos. And then the channel gets a percentage of that if you buy through the tag that I put in there. You don't have to, of course. You can just buy it on your own. But if you want to benefit the channel, and what I will do when I get more funds from the channel, or more funds come in some way, I will buy new equipment, a new camera, just to make these lives better. And I will subscribe to platforms that cost like $35 per month. I don't do that right now because it's not really worth it to use those. I mean, I can use like Restream right now. I use for free, and it's good enough. But when more income's coming, before we made a good income from YouTube before they changed everything, and now it's like we just don't make anything, like $12 a month, maybe something like that. So, but for me, I'm still going to do my lives for sure. And maybe some of those podcasts, if enough people watch them. But what YouTube's pushing out is only the lives. And if I go to my home screen, out of all of YouTube, they'll only push out, when I scroll down, like I just see 2 lives. So probably this won't get pushed out either. But all the other things I see is maybe one long format, and then the rest are all AI short content crap, like reels that are just crap. And I don't know, YouTube's probably making a lot of money from those. So I'm not afraid to tell the truth as I see it. Yeah, it's in the. I just noticed when I go to my live stream, I'm looking what happens. If I click on that briefcase at the top, it says live shop. So at the top of the live, I mean, on the live chat, it'll say messages on mine. Let me go in through someone else's because this is my channel. So let me go through another channel so I can see what it looks like on your end. Yeah, it shows, right? Like when you look on the, before you go to the video or the live, it says one product, earns commission. It doesn't have my, oh, there's my live. Yeah, right below the live. This on another channel. It says one product, earn commission. That's cool. So if I push it, it shows the product. If I click it, and then if I click it again, it takes me to the live chat. That's interesting. Okay, so I got to press that. So if I'll just show. If I press that briefcase, or it looks like a purse at the below the video, right there, then it goes to the product, and then below it says view. Right here it says view. So if I click that, it actually goes to, yeah, it's Lazada. So you can buy it there. I don't have a Lazada account on my phone. So that's it. I hope that answers your questions on it, Cherise. But like I said, I don't recommend anything that's shit. I don't want to recommend something that's going to be harmful to someone. But if you have health condition like kidney problems or kidney issues, then I wouldn't take it because I think it's like just like vitamin C, just like some of the water soluble vitamins, it probably goes through the kidneys in normal fashion. And if you have kidney problems, then it's not good. But if you're a healthy person, I would highly recommend it. I recommend it for anyone at any age if you want to build muscle, but especially if you're like over 50 years old and you don't want to lose muscle. You can build muscle very quickly with it, and it's not steroids. It's actually good for you, but it keeps you from losing muscle also. So as I said, that's a lot of the elderly has falls, and the elder Filipinos, even worse than other people because their bones are thinner, smaller bones for most Filipinos. So the frailty of the bones is what happens as we get older. And a lot of times people end up in the hospital because they fell, a bone broke when they're walking, they're elderly, their muscle atrophied because our muscles atrophy a lot when we get older. So that's why I started taking the creatinine. That's why I started taking this because I'm 61 years old. But I took this, as I said, I took this when I was younger, and I took it when I was competing in jiu-jitsu, and even when I went to the jiu-jitsu world championships, I was taking this stuff, and I was buffed out during that time, and I did really well. So that's why when I was older, I saw it, and I said, I'm going to take that because I want to keep my muscles good. And then now all this research is coming on board on YouTube. You see it everywhere. They're telling it's all good. It crosses your blood-brain barrier, keeps you, benefits your brain, so you don't get other diseases, so you have your thought processes. So I'm like, cool, I'm never coming off this until I leave this earth or I can't take it anymore. So that's why I'm sharing it. Oh, you're welcome, Therese. I'm glad you're liking that. When you start taking it, the loading dose for the first 5 days, you have to do that. Just do that. I didn't like the loading dose because you got to take a bunch of it. And then after that, it's just one scoop every day. And my last bag lasts me like 30, 35 days. And then on the 30th day, I just told my wife, can you buy more? But some people take like, because the research they're telling you could take 20 grams per day. It's okay. They're telling on the newer research, but that's for building massive muscle. Um, and also, they said when it's over 10 grams, it crosses your blood brain barrier in your brain. So they're taking it more bigger doses for their brain. But I don't know. For me, I'm fine. I like taking 5 grams a day. I don't want to take more. That's fine for me. My body's strong, and I'm building muscles again, which is awesome. I never thought that would happen, and I can run around with my kids like crazy. But make sure you buy the one that I have tagged because you might be able to find cheap creatinine monohydrate, but it's not real. Like this one's only 300 and something, and that's with the price jacked up. They used to be like 150 or something like that. But supply and demand has jacked up the prices. So it's 300 something now. Um, but if you can find cheaper and it's not that type, but they're claiming it is, it's not right. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. It's a creatinine monohydrate, and it looks like a white powder. It's just a white powder, like almost like flour. So I could see why people would scam if they could make something that looks like this and then sell it for super cheap and then say it's this. But the only brand I trust is this brand, and this is the only one I buy because I know it's really creatinine monohydrate. If someone tested this, it would be what it says it is. And it has full directions on how to use it and everything. There's no misspelling in anything. On some labels I look at on Shopee or Lazada, when I look on the labels, sometimes the labels are misspelled. And then I'm like, oh, that's a scam. They put on their own labels because these food, like the FDA in America, and I don't, you guys have something here in the Philippines, I'm sure, that inspects the foods. They don't check like the protein powders or the creatinines. They don't check that if it's real or not, just to let you know. But they check the labels. At least in America, they do. I'm sure they do here. Well, I don't know if they do here. But if the labels are misspelled or miss something on it looks funny, then I won't buy it. See here, this is my Acki Nacki wallet, and it's looking for my face. So I'm going to my face ID, and then I put in there, that's me, Raising Roots. And you can see I have a lot of locked tokens. That's the wallet itself. And then when I mine, I press this button. This is on the iPhone. The Android's probably, it's the same, but it's probably, a little different. Then I log in through my Telegram. There, that's my Telegram. And then I go ahead and go to I launched the app. And then you can see I have 503,000 boost, but I already bored. I'll show you what I built because I had millions, and it'll show you how much I put into my mining. So this is actual miner, but it's not mining for you. It's just turned on. And you can see the boost I have in there, 7,690,000. So I have a pretty powerful. And then if I upgrade, it cost me 720 of those boosts. And I have 500 and something thousand now. You can see 503,000. So it doesn't cost me any money now. This is no money. This is free. But to build my mama board that high, I at the beginning, like a year and something ago, I bought some cores to make mine powerful so I can get more. But I have secrets on, or just little tricks on how you can get a lot of knuckle. And this is where I tap. I tap on these things here. Those are the things I tap on. But I'll show you the wallet. Since I've been here so long and I've been tapping every day during testnet and then when it went live in October, I have 395,130. Never share your seed phrase to protect your wallet. Never share that with anyone because that's just like the keys to your bank. But I have a lot of tokens, but that doesn't hold any value at all because the token, even the blockchain is live. It has a block explorer. You can see all the transactions, but the token itself is not live yet. And it'll probably be live in the next 3 months. So it's a good time because they're working on a deck so people can go ahead and sell, buy and sell. And other things will launch on their blockchain. So it's a good time to tap. You can do all this for free. You don't have to buy anything. You can earn, the token is called Knuckle. And you see it right there, NACKL. And I have unlocked 36.5, but I have locked 395,130. Now, if I wanted to unlock those, I'd push that. So you can see all my transactions, how much I'm earning every 5 minutes. I'm earning a lot of knuckle. But if I wanted to, I would click on this, and then it's going to say unlock the rewards. So then it's going to say, are you sure you want to burn your mining to unlock? You will burn all your mining power. So that means I have to start over on my mining that I built up and start tapping again. That's why this is such a valuable platform, because to sell the tokens, you have to burn your mama board. So that 7 million something to have my mama board power, I have to start over again and then start from zero if I sell all my knuckle. And then there's a button there that says burn at the bottom. Burn and unlock your knuckle. So no one's holding it. It's up to me if I want that. I will release it to be unlocked in my wallet. But I don't want to do that, not yet. If the price becomes $1 or more, then yeah, I will unlock and sell everything. But by the time this goes live in the next 3 months, my goal is to have 1 million of these tokens. It's not worth anything right now, just to make it clear. The blockchain went live October 7th, and now we're in January. Some of us that have been here since the beginning, like I'm in the top 70 wallets. There's people that have a lot more than me that have been here since the beginning, but they purchase a lot of things. And their mama boards, the highest level, I think the highest level is 14 million. From the beginning, their mama board's 14 million when we went live, and mine was around 5 million when we went live. Now it's around 7 million, whatever it says there. But you can start and just use your bonuses, and if you sign up through my my numbers, whatever that is, my code, you get 50,000 extra bonus boost. So the boosts are very valuable. To me, the boost equals knuckle, equals the token itself, because it gives you the power to mine the token, just like Bitcoin. But the difference is Bitcoin you can't mine from a phone. This one you can mine from a phone. Everything you can do from a phone. And it's fast. And it's safe, secure. But people have lost their tokens already during the mainnet because they didn't write down their seed phrase. Like the seed phrase of your wallet, they didn't write it down, so they can't remember. Then when they upgraded the wallet, then you have to enter your seed phrase. Then they don't know it, so they lost their wallet. So they lost their wallet. No one stole anything. Write down your seed phrase if you ever have a wallet, and don't show it to anyone ever. Write it down in a couple places that you won't lose it, and don't put it on your phone. Don't put it on your computer, and then you'll be okay. But anyway, we could, on this community, we can be, if people want to download the wallet and tap like I am, we can just do it. We can have fun in the community, talk about it. If there's problems, we can help each other. Whatever, we can do it through here, through Raising Roots. And that's the name of my wallet, Raising Roots. But I didn't want to really announce this like this. It's been a number of years, but since I was on testnet, since I found it, and when we went live, I just want to see how things work out before I announce it here. So I might talk about it more if people are interested in doing it, so they can, when the token itself goes live, the blockchain is live, but when the token goes live, there's a chance to make some good money. And it won't, maybe, and this will be mining for the next 60 years, just like Bitcoin. So yeah, it's a pretty good opportunity right now. When it goes live, it'd still be a good opportunity. When the token goes live, it'll still be a good opportunity, but there'll be a lot of people, more. There's like 150,000 something in our, let me see. Let me share how many people's in our chat. Let me see if I can share this. It's Telegram, so I'm just kind of sharing, talking about different things today. This is what I'm going to do in the lives, you guys. Just talk about things I'm doing. Window. Oh, it's actually sharing. So it looks like if you look at the top of the screen, if you can see that, let me take the chat out. Let's see how, if you can see that bigger now. There's 122,843 members in here. And you can see they talk about, this is the main chat, so people come in here with issues they're always making changes since we started from the test net. They're upgrading things and adding new games and then new partners. So there's always things going on here. And then they're telling here different things. So anyway, that's all. Let me stop sharing. That's enough of that. So I'll be on for just a little longer. It's a 1 hour, 40 minutes. Maybe I'll be on for 20 more minutes. Um, if you guys have, tell me where you are, what you're doing. I'm just working on some tapping, turn some knuckle token, which I was just talking about. So tapping and talking, that's what I'm doing. And here in the chat with you guys. During the Filipino time too, it's really a good time because a lot of the people are from other countries like Europe and America. And there's a whole lot of people that come on like Eastern Standard Time, or I don't know, times that in Europe. But I noticed from around 6 p.m., 6 a.m. Filipino time to like 2 or 3 p.m. Filipino time, you get more tokens because there's not as many people online. So that's why I'm tapping. Leave me a message if you want to ask me anything. While I'm tapping, maybe I could talk about a few things. Every country has its chaos. Things go on, and then if you pay too much attention to it, it really can mess up your mind. If you watch all the things happening in the world, what happened in Argentina, you either agree or disagree, and then people get wrapped up in the politics of all that. And it's been going on in America for a few years now, maybe in the last 10 years, the last decade, just fighting all the time. It's getting worse and worse. Fighting about political views and wanting to off each other, like fight each other, hurt each other. If someone believes something's crazy, man. I'm sure it happens globally, yeah. If people gets attached to the politics in their country. So anyway, my 3 of my children are in school right now still. My youngest child came home already from school, and I will take her to tutor in a few hours, to her tutor. It's Friday, so it's Friday in the Philippines. It's still morning, 10:40 a.m. here in the Philippines. And on the weekend, most of my kids don't have school. I think 2 of my kids are going to school on Saturday, though, at least tomorrow. And here in the Philippines, here where we live, on the school they go to, Santa Rita, the school year ends towards the end of March. So they're almost done. And then what I'm doing pretty much, as long as David wants me to do it, pretty much daily, is we're working on his strength because he plays football. Right now he has downtime on his football. So we're working on strength training. We're doing some pull-ups, some push-ups, wheelbarrows, some squats, some jumps. If you guys want me to film us doing that live, if that's not live, but make a video on it and then just show you guys like a vlog. I'm not really going to edit much, but if you guys want me to make a video of us doing that, if it wouldn't be boring for you to watch, let me know. And maybe I'll make a video of us doing that together. What we do, what I'm doing to help David. Because he says he wants to be stronger. He's pretty skinny. And he wants to be stronger because he feels like people kind of run through him on the football field. And football in the Philippines, if you don't know, is soccer in some other countries. Europe, I think, calls it football too. But I know America calls it soccer. Just tapping here. This is a nice image. These are called poppets. And I have a bunch of those that I made, and then people tapped on. You're able to get them minted. There's a whole lot of things that go on this blockchain. It's pretty cool. And I'm earning boosts from some of the things I'm doing. And I've been on some crypto teams in the past on a couple of tokens. And I was thinking to join as an ambassador for Acki Nacki. Their token is Knuckle. I was thinking to join, but I decided not to because it would take up a lot of my time. And time is valuable. And my family is valuable. And my community here is valuable. So I wouldn't have as much time now. I have time right now. I have time again. Before, when we used to tap on this, I was spending 17 hours a day. I didn't have time to earn all the knuckle I earned. I didn't have time for a lot of other things because I was spending 17 hours to earn as much as I could. But now they slowed the tapping. They put limits on it, so you can't spend that much time, and you can still earn a good amount. But as time goes on, you'll be able to earn less and less, and it'll make the token itself more valuable over time. Yeah, so I'm cool with this. And when tokens tend to come out, like the blockchain's live, like a lot of other newer tokens in the past that I've been in, even Ethereum. I had Ethereum at $50, and then I bought some Ethereum at $200. And I sold a few years ago at a good price, a good profit. And then another one was Plasma that changed their name to A-Star, and they were on a blockchain called Polkadot. And when they went live, and just like this blockchain, I was in it for a few years. And then when they went live, their token price, I had a bunch of that, and their token price went to $2.73 at the beginning. And it was nice. So you never know what's going to happen. Bitcoin mined for many years, but when it went live, its price wasn't even a penny. When it went live, its price wasn't even a penny. So you never know. But look at Bitcoin now. Imagine the long-term holders of Bitcoin, even if it hit $50, even if it hit $10, even if it hit $1. But look at it now, how high of a price it is. But Bitcoin I don't really like anymore because it's supposed to be decentralized, but it's really not. It's more centralized because so many people, so many governments and lenders and banks and big market makers hold the token and control the price. And they own so much, like even Microsystems, I think, owns something like 3% of the total. And that's enough to shift the price, really. And then if you have a lot of money in Bitcoin towards the beginning, you bought big miners, you could have extracted a lot of Bitcoin, like I think China did that, and some early people. But on this one, why I really like it is just the phone. So any phone, even if it's just an okay phone, you can mine on it. So no one controls the supply, and the total supply over 60 years will be 10 billion. But right now in the supply, I think it's, I don't know, maybe like 300 million. That's out and circulating. It might be, I might be totally wrong, but I think that's what the numbers are. So if this goes live in the next, like if the token goes live in the next 3 months, I think there'll be a nice pump in price at the beginning. Just like that A-Star is mentioning, I think it'll be like that. A-Star total supply, I believe, is 10 billion also. But when they launched, they had millions, less than a billion in the supply, and they hit a good number, like 2 something. If you look on it on CoinGecko, if you know about Bitcoin, I mean, if you know about crypto, You know how to look it up? It doesn't show the launch price. The launch price was, because I was there, $2.71 or 73. And I remember I sold my stash at $2 and something before the price crashed. Didn't crash, but went down. And then later it rose up again because that's what they do. Because the long-term people will probably, a lot of people will sell. But what's good about this one is you have to burn your mama board. So if you sell, you might not want to sell the whole thing so you can buy back so you can start mining again. Otherwise, you start from the very beginning. And if you've been in the project for a number of years, and then all of a sudden you got to go back to the beginning, that's a hard pill to swallow. But it'll be worth it for some people. They'll just go for the money, of course. Of course. And then if it launches at a high price, I would sell too. And I have 50,000 more coming to me in October of this year because of the cores I bought at the beginning when you could get a really good deal at the beginning. Now you can't get a good deal. I wouldn't recommend buying those. You don't need to. You could just naturally upgrade your mama board for free and earn knuckle tokens, enough to make a difference. Enough to make a difference in your life. But if you remember, there was all these other blockchains before, and there was one in the Philippines. If you guys remember that one, a lot of Filipinos were working for them and gained a lot of tokens. I won't say the name, but if you're Filipino, you probably know. And they scammed because the early people sold before they allowed the Filipinos, the people playing the game and working for them, the ambassadors or whatever they called them. Because I had family members working, I saw how they did things. It's not good like that. And that is a centralized entity. It's not decentralized, where people control it. They control the supply from the beginning. It's better the community, it's decentralized as much as possible. And the community can make decisions on things. But sometimes when the community makes decisions also, they screw things up too. So I don't think anything's perfect. But I'd rather be in something that's more decentralized, not controlled by just these wealthy few. So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what I'm doing now. I'm still eating my pancakes, and I'm tapping on these things. And at the bottom, you can see I just tapped 8. It's called Corrupt Files, and it's called a Puppet. But anyway, if you end up downloading the wallet and then going into the community, you'll know what's going on, and you'll probably really love this. It's kind of fun tapping while I'm talking to you guys. It's almost 2 hours, so I'm going to shut this down in like 6 or 7 minutes. And what I like about Acki Nacki, it's a great name, yeah, is they have lots of videos, they have a channel, and the people that are in the community are from all over the world, all over the world. And they have every language pretty much, but I don't see a Filipino language channel, like Tagalog or something. I don't see that. So if Filipinos come in this, and I know there's Filipinos in there because they ask about a channel, and then they said you got to have like 50 or more people. And when you have that, you can request a language channel. And you'll see all the people from all over the world, all the different language chats you can join. I'm in the English, of course, English chat. And most people are in that chat. And then they might be in other chats at different languages. So if you want to ask me a question or make a comment, tell me what you're doing today, drop it in the chat before I go, you guys. And I know there's not a lot of people here. I don't expect that. I know YouTube doesn't put out my stuff. Unless you're a subscriber, you might see it on your home screen, maybe. Let me know if you're a subscriber if you see my lives on your home screen. But we have a lot of, to me, it's a lot of subscribers. We're almost at 24,000. I think we're 23,600 subscribers. We should have a lot more people on the live chat, but we don't. But I'm cool. If 2 people come, 3 people like now, that's fine with me. I'll still do these. Okay, 4 more minutes, you guys. I'm going to close this down. Therese, thank you. If you're still here, thank you for all the comments and the questions you asked. Thank you. I appreciate you, really. And thank you for messaging me on Facebook asking me if I disappeared, if I'm going to do anything on YouTube. I appreciate that very much. Wow, you're welcome, Therese. She said, if you guys see that, thank you so much for the live stream and for the things you shared today. Wow. I hope it's helpful. Therese, were you doing this? Were you already part of this in the test net? Because I swear I can't see it now, but before when I was on test net, I swear I saw something that looked like your name, like it had a wallet. But you have to have a new wallet now. That wallet won't work anymore, your old wallet. You could transfer it over if you have an old wallet. I mean, you can't transfer it, but you can click on something so you get your credits or whatever. But let me know if you're going to do the. Before I go, I should actually give you in the chat so you can copy and paste it. Because knowing you, you're always curious about things. You probably I'll just show the code because it's easy to write down. Just in case you didn't get the code, if you want to use a different phone, if you already have a wallet, or I don't know, you want to use the same phone, whatever, or if you've never done it, I don't know. But that's the code. If anybody wants to download the wallet and get extra 50,000 bonus, which is valuable, use that code. It's my code, so we'll be like on a team. It's not like we're doing anything together. It's just you're under my code. But if you join, I promise we'll talk about it in the live chats here. And I will be on the live chats at least 3 times a week. And I will try for more, but at least 3 times a week. And I'm not going to do fancy stuff. I'm just going to talk about what I'm doing and what's going on in the Philippines and what I'm doing with this blockchain, the Acki Nacki. If people join, I'll definitely talk about it. Therese, let me know. But I'll leave that code up. And then if you're not on the live stream and you watch it later, you can see that. Okay, I'm gonna go offline, you guys. Anybody have anything else to say? Therese, if you have anything before you want to go? And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad you found them useful. That's my goal. Okay, you guys, I'm going to say bye here. I'm going to do one more tap here. I'm going to do 10 on this one. When that wheel, then it's done. It's done. 10. When I'm done with this one tap, I'm going to go offline, you guys. All right. Thank you for being here. For those that watched, and especially I want to thank Therese, who's really took part and asked me on Facebook if I'm going to make a video. I really appreciate that. Checking in on me. Thank you. Okay, we'll say bye for now, you guys. And I'll be here 3 times a week at least, maybe more. And you'll see me because the live stream will just come on. I'm not going to schedule anything, but I'll probably come on around this time. Same time as today, probably. Okay? We'll say bye for now.